Señor Cooler!
Hello, I'm Brogan Brainstorm. My E3 recaps continue for this year with Ubisoft. Ubisoft had one hell of a rough year last year. Almost everything just kind of went wrong for them. We had Unity, we had The Crew, we had Watch Dogs, we had Far Cry 4. Far Cry 4 was probably the best out of those. I hear it didn't piss people off too much. But they had a rough year. As rough, one of the most consistent failures for a developer I've seen over the course of a year. Usually they get something right. But man, what a rough year last year. Especially Unity. Unity almost made people riot like it's the French Revolution. All the fans hated Unity. Hopefully, Ubisoft has learned their lesson. But they have learned what the fans want. New South Park game. Kind of a sequel to Stick of Truth. This one's Fractured Butthole. It looks pretty good. I'm not a South Park fan, but I watched a whole Let's Play of Stick of Truth. Man. Even though I don't watch South Park, I don't know a thing about it, really. But man, they made a solid game from what the Let's Play I watched was. Okay, fine, it was PewDiePie. Then there was For Honor, which was apparently a bunch of warriors in 3 different settings. It looks kind of like Dynasty Warriors, except not quite as over the top. It's a lot more grounded. And it's multiplayer. And that's also interesting. If reviews say it knocks it out of the park, I might be interested, but looks alright. For Honor was also presented by Jason, I forget the name, but this was one of the most badass looking presenters I've ever seen at E3. He had a cane, and like this really awesome cane. He had like a bunch of really cool rings on. He had an awesome beard. And I know that's not just me. All my friends in Skype were going on, this dude looks like the most, whatever he's selling, I want to buy. Twitter was saying that he was cool. This dude looked awesome. I wish I'm that cool when I get old. Oh, you go, man. There was also an expansion pack for The Crew. From what I hear, Crew was awful too. I probably already mentioned it. One person even, it was Jim Sterling, he called it My Crew Transactions. My Crew Transaction. Anyway, that was apparently a terrible game, so I don't care. I don't care about racing games as much as it is. Well, what I did like to see was Trackmania. Trackmania seemed like the F-Zero game we've always wanted, except not the future, it's present. It has a lot of that classic arcade-style racing. Has a lot of unique tracks that basically defy gravity. That's the entire point. The cars are not fancy cars. They're more suited for racing, and a lot of it is off-road style cars. So that looks cool. We also had Trials Fusion Awesome Level Max. I don't know anything about this game or the series at all, but there's a cat with automatic guns riding a fire-breathing unicorn. Whatever is going on there, it looks a lot like Dawn of Planet of the Apes, so it looks pretty cool. More Division footage. This one particularly emphasized a lot of the multiplayer. It's starting to give me some Rust flashbacks. A lot of, don't go fight that. We've got some really cool loot. Let's head back to base safely. I love games like that where you're not it's not just multiplayer. It's strategy and social interactions. There's even betrayal possible from within your own team. So I really dug that. The Division, some people don't know what to think of it. They don't know if it's going to be good or not. I'm hoping it's good. I really do. Because I'd like to see a game done in that style, done in that manner, open world, don't trust anyone, somewhat strategic decisions. I like the gadgets that they play with. I like to see a game like that succeed. I wish Rust had been more polished. Or at least a little more fair. I hope it succeeds. I don't know if it will, but it's looking good so far. Then we had Anno 2205, which a lot of people were thinking that it's a SimCity ripoff, but it really looks like it had its own style, it had its own thing going for it, but it's a city simulator on the moon. So that it was apparently it's apparently a Ubisoft franchise that's been around for a while and hasn't been really used that much. So it's good to see them dusting that off the shelf. We also had Just Dance 2016, and we had a lame onstage dancing gig going on. It's always lame. Dancing on stage is always lame. It's never worked. It's never been good. It has always made everyone groan. It needs to stop. And Just Dance is usually the one that does it. Ugh. Oh, the other thing is that now that motion controls are basically dead, since the PS Move is out, the Wii U doesn't focus on motion controls, and the Kinect is dead, you use your phone now to kind of calibrate where you are. And I'm like, if that was always possible, we never needed this crap. Well, it's nice to see we're going to still keep getting more Just Dance games even though motion controls are dead. Rainbow Six Siege had a pretty good trailer. It looks like a callback to a lot of the classic SWAT 4 games. That's one that I saw a lot of people mention. I'm not sure. I think I do have Rainbow Six Vegas somewhere. I might give the older games a shot, and I might get interested, but I don't know. I probably won't in time for the release, but I never do. And so then we have Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which is okay. I don't know why you stick with this franchise, but it keeps going. But Syndicate actually looked really good. It looked a lot better than Unity did before we realized Unity was broken. Victorian England, I like the setting, and I like that they named it Syndicate rather than Assassin's Creed Victory. It just sounds better. Anyway, I'm really liking the setting, and I'm liking how it looks so far. I still need to get into the Assassin's Creed franchise. I've only played the first one. I do have the Ezio trilogy. I have that collection on my desk right now. Maybe some of you have seen it in some of my vlogs, but yeah, I have it, so I'm willing to give it a chance and see. I've always been fascinated with history, and whatever problems I have with Ubisoft, and whatever problems I have with how they handle Assassin's Creed, and the story, and how sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not, it's usually not. You know what? I respect the hell out of them for always dedicating themselves to history. To dedicating themselves to making games based on historical fiction and like alternate histories and stuff like that. Whereas most other games would just come up with something original, or would just not really be so historical, or would be modern or futuristic or post-apocalyptic or whatever. But I respect them for grounding them in a lot of history. And then they ended with pretty long gameplay footage of Ghost Recon Wildlands. I believe that's what it's called. They didn't really show the name of the game till the end, so I'm like, I have no idea what this is. People were like, are going, is it Call of Juarez? Is it Just Cause 3 or whatever? I'm like, I don't know any of those games. I don't even really know Ghost Recon, but apparently Ghost Recon's back. It looked like a pretty good game. I never really got a chance to know what I think of it. Again, a lot of these multiplayer shooter games just usually aren't up my alley, but it didn't look bad. And so that's it for Ubisoft. I'll catch you guys next time.